Hello, and welcome back to another great knowledge drip that is Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. Today, I'm going to go over some stuff I have written down today. I don't even really know how it's going to go in this knowledge drip. Most of the time, I have it planned out pretty well. But right now, I was just feeling inspired to jump on the microphone. I don't know why I was, but I just really was. And it's because mostly that I've done a lot of knowledge drips this week, and it feels good, and I'm going to keep on keeping on just because I know that you got to turn your hobby into the thing. And I know you just heard the damn emails, but I told Siri to put it on disturb, but I guess do not disturb, but I guess it didn't work. So we're going to have text messages today and emails. And it's going to be all right. We're going to keep on flowing with the sounds of the universe, the flow of the river, and the basic bumping, beating of your chest as we soar through today's knowledge, be ever afting, or however you want to say it. It can be done in multiple ways, multiple times, multiple failures, and multiple breaths. But there's only one thing that you need to do when you're doing it. You need to email you need to email me, and you can email me at reflife32@gmail.com. If you want to get your motherfucking answer question, okay, your question answer question. If you want your answered question, then you have to write into the show, and you put in the little subject line. Let's do this subject line today. Let's do it. What's around me? Let's just go with floss. Just because everybody needs a good floss once in a while. Put some floss in your mouth. Put some floss into your teeth. Get out all that food particles that was stuck in between your mouth and in between your teeth, causing you to feel a little discomfort in your face. So that's what our sponsor is today. So congratulations to the floss of life. And the floss of life is what we need. And that's okay to be the floss. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a whole dance to it. It's all right to be the floss. It might be little, but it's useful. It's helpful. Now, you could also be the light switch. Now, is the light switch one thing? Yes. Does it turn on the lights? Yes. Because it's a light switch. Now, you could just be a light switch also. But it doesn't matter what you are. You got to realize that there's some type of importance, some type of youthfulness, some type of helpfulness into the creation of a greater utopia until we, of course, blow it up and with bombs and all kill each other, because that's how God said we're going to die, by man. But that's all right. We're not afraid of that because we know it takes time to rejuvenate. It takes time to realign your life. Every once in a while, sometimes you got to go through some failures and you got to realize that it's not that bad. Okay? Now, let's get into some things that I wrote today. All right? Just because. And I'm going to start with this one. And it goes like this. Hello, Wild Thought listeners. Today is another great day to see what direction your life could accomplish. I know it takes a lot of self-competition to get up and do what takes you over an hour to do. I get this, motherfuckers. In this listening status, we power on the self-control. And with the self-control, we go over whether or not, if you feel you are wasting even a minute of your short existence of breath, if you should quit the job that is paying your bills and go toward the path that makes you happy. The ever after is produced by the conscious membrane. Stay in the present of an overflow of knowledge and capture. Oh my gosh, hold on. Well, as you probably heard, I got a phone call. So I just checked that real quick. But I wasn't going to rewind it and try to find out exactly where I was in the story I was going with. So I'm just going to start over from the very beginning. All right? That way, I can reaffirm to myself what I was saying. This is how you work on your recognition, your recall, and your... What's that other one? Recall, recognition, and realization. I don't know what the third one is. I damn near forgot it. And I got to get back into the book and keep reading it. So that's why I'm going to keep on working it. And that's why I got to go over it again. It just makes sense. It's like a cliffhanger hanging from a cliff. You know, it's just never ending. I can't get much done. It just makes sense. So let's go ahead and just power that shit where we were back to where we were before the phone call came. In this listening status, we power on the self-control. And with the self-control, we go over whether or not, if you feel you are wasting even a minute of your short existence. If you should quit the job that is paying your bills and go towards the path that makes you happy. The ever after is produced by the conscious membrane. Stay in the present of an overflow of knowledge and capture what you can. Or let the drip come over you and wash your stream of life. Just whatever we do, whatever we decide, do not become a stagnant pool that breeds bacteria. A bacteria that will kill your progress. You are lucky enough to be born on this wild planet. Lucky enough to be listening to this knowledge drip. So do not let more opportunities pass you. The passing of an opportunity, it is breath. To take over your existence in life and think. Let's dive deep. Let's ponder. Let's dig our shallow graves. This is Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. And guys, I know we have done it quite a few times. I know we've said that many times. That opening, that beginning, the beautiful beginning. Well, the reason that I keep doing it is because I like the way it sounds, I like the way it feels. And that's good for me. And I hope it's good for you. Because today, I want to go over our affirmation again, the one that I wrote. And then I want to tell you a little story about the affirmation. So, we're at like 7 minutes in right now. And I'm going to go over the following affirmation, the one that we wrote, the one about the money. And I want to show you guys something that maybe happened more interesting than the money. Maybe more interesting than getting a lot of money. Something that makes you feel successful. That's what I'm talking about. Something that makes you feel enlightened. Something that makes you feel happy, smiling, joyful, good ideas, good thoughts, movements of flow like a river onto the water. So let's go ahead and jump into this next following affirmation as we look at our beautiful floss on our left side right here. I don't know what type of floss you have. Go ahead and stick it one in your tooth. Go ahead and try to get all that stuff out of there. All those negative thoughts stuck in between your teeth, the ones that are causing you pain, trouble, worry, headaches, for no reason. All because you won't just take a floss and get it out there. It takes half a second. And the floss can be identified to your mind as well, to your subconscious, your conscious, unborn mind, or the consciousness of your beginning ends at the same time that it starts. And it is possible for you to do it. But you got to be the floss. So let's go ahead. Take a deep breath and relax like that sock. Relax like the couch. Relax like the piece of paper. Relax like the plant that you haven't watered for 20 years. Just I'll go ahead and lay down as we jump into this following affirmation. The following affirmations are only to be written with full belief. These affirmations are the process of true thought patterns. For if you doubt your thoughts, then to true fashion, you will get the things you are in need of. These sayings are only perfect for your use. At this time, listener, will you pick up your pen, go get your book, and start the fucking process of concentrating your thoughts of subjective info into a form of reality? Now, with your definite affirmation mindset clearly illuminated, be extremely in detail of what you desire. For this desire needs to be fully placed throughout this time of checking. Place the affirmation of what you are in need of on your phone, in your brain. Place it in your car, in your hands, wherever you want to place it. Place your affirmation of what you are in need of. And place it somewhere where you can easily listen to it, read it, or feel it. On the affirmation on thought. I will now do my exact definite chief aim and help the thoughts emerge to meet yours and your gaze. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see what I had written down for my affirmation. And yes, if you guys have been listening, you already know what it is. But let's go over it one more time. Hi, Isaiah Roberts. Today is July 22nd, 2019. I am excited and pleased to give you the instructions and the possibilities of opportunity. The definite chief aim for the next 5 days, which ends July 27th, is to end the thought and fear of poverty. And for the next 5 days, you are truly going to live as if you are truly abundant. And that is going to be in everything that is done. And all of this great wealth of abundance will be auto-suggested to know that you and your thoughts become one in harmony. Your week of abundance will suffer no bounds. You are the human becoming with over 1,379,672.69 You are in the fitness of your breath. You made it to the end of your fear string. Cut it. Cut the fear string and hold on to the unlimited flow of earth. July 27, 2019 is coming, and you will have over $1,379,672.69 in your Chase bank account. Be grateful for your ability to think of what you are in need of. Be thankless on what you render. Where was it? Be thankless on what you have now. Life is yours to control. Continue to render more service than paid for, and live with the intention that there is enough. Congratulations, you mind master. You, the controller of thoughts. You are the controller. You decide how the buttons are clicked. You improve the game you play. So as today is July 22nd, 2019, your goal of exactly $1,379,672.69 will be in your Chase bank account on July 27th, 2019. Render the service and you will get it. Repeat affirmation for 5 days. Whew. That's it. That's what I was there. That was the affirmation we're going over for 5 days straight. Now, the reason I'm going to do it on the knowledge drip is because it's just a prayer. It's just a word. It's just a saying. It's just a thought pattern, you know. And it's okay to say it. It's okay to talk on a microphone and record your thoughts so you can listen to it later and multiple times and continuously. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you must believe and affirm within yourself. And the easiest way to do it is to do that way when you're driving, when you're washing dishes, when you're sweeping the floor. You know, you can do it at any time. It makes it easy. You spend 5 minutes on recording your definite affirmation and you have it for the rest of eternity. Or until you lose it or whatever. Something else happens. But you never know. But that is what I'm talking about. This illusion of time. This illusion of you don't have enough breath time. It's all lies you're telling yourself. You have the breath. You have the time. You can figure it out. It's just that it's whether you decide to do it or not. So, success. Let's talk about success. Success is made up of many factors, and factors chiefly of the 15 qualities represented by these 15 soldiers. To enjoy a well-balanced and rounded out success, one must appropriate as much or as little of each of these 15 qualities as may be missing in one's own inherited ability. When you came into this world, you are endowed with certain inborn traits, the results of your environment, and the teaching you received during your early childhood. You are the son, total of which was born in you, and that which you have picked up from your experiences, with what you have thought and what you have been taught since birth. Through the law of chance, 1 in a million people will receive, through inborn heredity and from knowledge acquired after birth, all of the 15 qualities named in the picture above. All who are not fortunate enough to have thus acquired the essentials for success must develop them within themselves. The first step in this development process is to realize what qualities are missing in your natural acquired equipment. The second step is strongly plant a desire to develop yourself where you are now deficient. Prayer sometimes works, while at other times it does not work. It always works when backed with unqualified faith. That this is a truth which no one will deny. Yet, it is a truth which no one can explain. All we know is that prayer works when we believe in ourselves, when we believe it will work. Prayer without faith is nothing but an empty collection of words. A definite purpose may be transformed into reality only when one believes it can be done. Perhaps the self-same law that turns the prayer based upon faith into reality transforms also a definite purpose that is founded upon belief into reality. It can do no harm if you make your definite purpose in life the object of your daily prayer. And as you pray, remember that prayer based upon faith always works. Develop in your mind all the 15 qualities from a definite purpose to the golden rule, and you will find the application of faith is not difficult. Take inventory of yourself. Find out how many of the 15 qualities you now possess. Add to this inventory the missing qualities until you have in your mind the entire 15. You will then be ready to measure your success in whatever terms you desire. The qualities represented by 15 soldiers are shown in the picture are the bricks and the mortar and the building material with which you must build your temple of success. Master these 15 qualities, and you may play a perfect symphony of success in any undertaking. Just as one who has mastered the fundamentals of music may play any piece at sight. Make these 15 qualities your own, and you will be an educated person, because you will have the power to get whatever you want in life without violating the right of others. Now, some of you guys, women, beautiful people out there, are probably asking, what the hell are the 15 soldiers? What are they, Big Bang? Tell me what the 15 soldiers are. I know, guys. You guys are fucking wimps. Were you listening? I'm going to go over with you really simple, really quick, what the 15 soldiers are. The first soldier is success. All right? Does that make sense to you? Success. The second soldier is desire. Third is faith. Fourth is belief. Fifth is faith. Faith. A definite purpose. A definite purpose. A definite purpose. Faith. A definite purpose. The golden rule and faith and desire and educated. All right, those are the 15. Those are the motherfucking 15 soldiers, and if you like it, then you like it. But if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But you got to have those 15 soldiers in order to have the powers, without violating the rights of others. All words are man's to conquer and to rule. This is the glory of his life. But it's iron law. First must he school himself. Here begins and ends all strife. Now let me read for you one more time that little poem. All worlds are man's to conquer and to rule. This is the glory of his life. But it's iron law. First must he school himself. Here begins and end all strife. Now, do you hear that part right there? All worlds are man's to conquer and to rule. Now, what would you say your body is? Would you say your body is land? Would you say your body is a world? Would you say you have micronisms and life going on in your body? Have you ever seen that show Osmosis Jones, where the guy's little white blood cell is whopping around and they're trying to kill the germs? Shit. You got a whole fucking world inside of you. So first, you need to learn to conquer your own world through strong faith, strong definite purpose, strong desires, the golden rule, the law of saving, the law of self-confidence. You got to get all of that shit. And it's going to be real simple for you because you're real smart. And if you're real smart, then you know how easy it is. Just just because it's easy and you know it's easy. Ugh. Now that we're done with that, those awesome 15 soldiers, we're at the 20-minute mark. And I want to go over some new shit that I had written today about the affirmation that I had for 5 days. That is due to be done tomorrow. Sometime at the end of the day, it's going to be done tomorrow. And if it doesn't happen to be done, I guess I'm going to have to add $500. Nope, I have to double it. I'm going to have to double it. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't happen this week, if it doesn't happen on the date, I'm not going to lose faith and focus. And I'm not going to think of it as a failure, as it happening. I'm going to double it. I'm going to render more service and work harder for it until that they decide that I deserve it. Oh my gosh. Hang up on that person. So, that's what I'm thinking. So let's hurry up. Let's go over all of this that I have written down about my definite purpose for this week. Dear leaders of the Wild Thoughts with the Big Bang, my affirmations have came to live in my eyes, the bright sound and vibrant waves of emotion. I had an affirmation of $1,379,672.69. I don't know how to say that. That's a hard one to say. They never taught you those type of numbers in school, so now you got to learn to say yourself. Oh, I should just watch a YouTube video on it, probably. But they never taught you to count. They'd be like 1,379,672.69. Is that right? Is that how you'd say it in dollars too, and then say money after? Maybe that's how I'll start doing it. The money I asked for was replaced by true feelings. A feeling of what is $1,379,672.69 shall never bring me the feeling of what has happened on this date and it's 07/26/19. I want to bring to the attention of my subconscious mind that success is relative. It is your mind that is true success. Success, it is your feeling that is success, and success is a feeling. Sometimes the vibration is gone or unaware because it's clouded by the fear of criticism. We must release the fear. I have known this feeling of temporary shit for the feeling of a complete failure, a feeling that had me forget all the success I felt, up to the being let down. We live sometimes in the thought that our breath is no longer flowing. I most recently had the feeling of failure, fatigue, and thoughts on the birth of unsuccess. I will now share with you, the listeners, the leaders, on my most recent failure of thought. That is through a breakup of two individuals, or as the law would call it, a divorce. This word of divorces seemed to be bad. It seemed to be sad. It is supposed to hurt. You are in need of crying. But it's funny. Because of the programming on the TV and through movies, they want you to feel sad or afraid. But I have noticed the complete opposite through my own thought experience of going to a new world. As the world will teach me that losing someone that is still breathing should be an awful experience. For me, I call it success. Through the abundant affirmations and the abundance of still breath, we ponder on a future that happens through our subconscious mind. Back to the awful word of divorce. It is only good vibrations. A divorce is an opportunity to practice the power of your definite chief aim. You, like me, probably held yourself back trying to make the other person in your relationship pleased. No longer shall I withhold the opportunities of my thoughts. No longer shall I please the fear emotion. I will believe my thoughts, and through action and unquestioning belief in myself, the only yes dear I'll be giving to is the man in the mirror. Whew. Big bang. All right. Now that was a little thing I had written today, and it was pretty fucking good. I thought it was really deep. It went into a lot of good abundance stuff, and then that was pretty much it. And a lot of these stories are short. They're a couple pages. 1, 2, maybe 3 pages. Nothing big fancy, you know. I like to keep them short. The reader interested, the listeners on, and the leaders engaged in their own action of thought. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and your thoughts are not my thoughts unless we go into who created our characters. And when we created the characters of ourselves, then it would be our own thought that is bursting in the bright light behind our eyes. Whew. Damn it. That's good shit. Man, I need to get stoned. And then we can just lay cement blocks all day on these motherfuckers. And when we lay these cement blocks, you know they ain't going nowhere, because we ain't building our house upon the sands. We're building our house upon the concretes, the rocks of the world. Cement blocks, which can be subtrued to truth, justice. And it feels good to say that. It feels good to say truth and justice. It feels good to feel your breath and your ever success pour through your mouth as you believe in your being. So, let's go ahead, take a break for a little bit. Come limp. I know you're all tense. You're probably excited, smiling, laughing because of how great I just dripped some knowledge all over your bitch ass. And you're probably thinking, glad it was him and not me. And that's all right, because that's how we think. And if it makes it easy for you, you know the motto around here: make your life easy. If you make your life easy, you'll make everyone else's life easy. And then in turn, you'll make your life even easier. That's a great idea. It's a great feeling. Now, I'm going to jump into some affirmations I had written down today while I was eating breakfast. It was real good. So, I'm going to go over these affirmations, but before I go over these affirmations, I want to say that I'm going over them and reading them out loud to my subconscious mind to hear. Not only have I written it, now I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to listen to it. It's the full trifecta, and I'm going to even fucking feel it. Why not? I can feel it on my page, feel the writings, feel the curves of it. You know what I'm saying? You can get those feelings of life through bumps and feels and holds and kills. And it makes your life real easy. So let's go ahead. I know I started a little late. I was supposed to start 27 minutes. But that's don't give a shit. We're not all the time on perfect. We're only on our time of breath. And if we're a couple seconds late, then guess what? Our breath is still kicking. And that's all right. So here we go. We'll start at 27:30. I am grateful for my breath. I am thankful for my thoughts. I will think positive thoughts. I will take the actions to get my desire. I desire to create my characters. I desire to be my own character. I live the life I want. I live with the breath of the moment. I fill my cup full every day. I feel the power of affirmations. I have unwavering belief in myself. I have the courage to be my thoughts. I expect to see my failures as opportunities. I expect to keep a smile on me at all times. I move to the flow of life. I move with mountains crumbling around me. I progress towards death with faith. I progress the process of my life. I still see the stillness of my life. I still believe in myself. I find the accomplishments come to me easy. I find unwavering courage in my eyes. I search for motivation. I search the unseen for the knowledge. I promise to make my mind work. I promise to live my life. I promise myself success. All the following affirmations are to be read and understood with full belief that you can and will accomplish what you desire, for the power of your words are the most powerful than the gas in your car. If you have yet to understand and your potential, then go follow the instructions, for these instructions are simple to a human being to become a human becoming. The instructions are as followed: go to a river, watch the river. Go to a tree, watch the tree. Go to the bar and don't drink alcohol. Go watch the sea and go feel the waves. Go see the ending of a movie. Now, when you go to the river, leave your blocking mechanism, leave the phone, leave the cloudiness. Bring a notebook, bring a pen, and start the fucking process of the flow. Leave your worry behind and see Sit still. Sit real still. Sit still like a fucking rock. And just watch. Just listen. Just feel. And repeat the process once a week. On each different aspect of life. Continue to do this for the remainder of your breath. You will unclog the unimportance of life. Move with the breath of life. See you are the tree, the river, the bar, the waves, and the sounds of life. The Big Bang. All right. That's pretty much all I got to do for you guys today. It's fucking Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. So, I'm going to call it a day because we made it to our 30 minutes. I know most of you probably want to hear the self-confidence formula. And the only reason I know you want to hear the self-confidence formula is because I want to read the self-confidence formula, okay? So, before we finish today's knowledge drip, we want to give thanks to all the great flossers out there. All the great flossers taking out the little things in our life to make our life easier. That's what it's all about. Make your life easy today. That's the week of the podcast. So thank the floss for getting out those little pieces stuck in between your teeth that can easily make you paranoid and hurt all day. Here we go. Let's go ahead and go over the self-confidence formula and then we'll end the show. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, aggressive, and continuous actions towards its attainment. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in an outward bodily action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my mind for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to be, by creating a mental picture of this person and then transforming that picture into reality through practical service. I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Oh, yes, it will, bitches. Therefore, I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of the factors named in the 16 lessons of this reading course on the law of success. I have clearly mapped out and written down a description of my definite purpose in life. For the coming 5 years, I have set a price on my service for each of these 5 years, a price that I intend to earn and receive through strict application of the principle of efficient, satisfactory service, which I will render in advance. I could be a damn preacher. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and motherfucking justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to me the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because I will first serve them. Oh, I will eliminate hatred. I will eliminate envy and jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my entire life so that I will become a successful and happy worker in my chosen field of endeavor. Signed. All right. Whew. Take a sip of that three-wheel motion. Water. Oh, what a good life. All right, guys. Well, we're on with like 34 minutes in. It's been a good knowledge drip. I'm going to end it now. So, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening. This has been Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. Until next time. Bye.